to another episode of the Fanzone podcast. Your home for all things Bolton Wanderers, up the Trotters, the Northwest's #1 podcast.
Good evening then, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another episode of the Fanzone podcast, brought to you by Eco1 Windows, our fantastic headline sponsors for this season. If you want to find out any more about those, then head over to our website, www.thefanzonepod.co.uk, and you can find out all you need to know about our sponsors. But tonight, the Fanzone podcast, hosted by the fans, for the fans, it is a pleasure to have you all with us on a fine Sunday evening. And as someone has already pointed out, kind of getting used to these Sundays being less stressful. I'm not sure about you, but I'm enjoying I'm actually enjoying post-match pods now, which is a story that's not been too familiar for a little while. But channel members Pete, Lee, Laura, David, other David, Jordan, long list of you in the chat this evening. So thank you very much for joining us. And of course, a very warm welcome to the rest of you as well. But Chris, how are you this evening?
Very well, thank you. Yeah, as you say, it's a lot less stressful these days, even so much so that my hair's growing back. Anne has asked, where's Colin? Night off. He did the preview with me on Thursday with the Wrexham mob, Fearless in Devotion. And we've given him the night off. Bless him.
Look at us,
Bless
Team
him.
Rotor and all that. Colin will be back shortly. For those of you that miss him dearly and can't wait to see his face again, Monday he will return for the Birmingham preview show.
Yeah, he's been to the circus, Mal, can he? Yeah, where he should be. Yeah.
I've lost my train of thought now. Can't remember what I was going to say. Anyway, warm welcome to you all this evening. Thank you all for joining us and choosing to spend your Sunday evening with us. But shall we get stuck into this evening's episode? I think we should. Up first, it's post-match reactions. A Wrexham 0-0 draw. Let's get stuck into it. Just before we do get into post-match reactions, though, what we do have to announce is that this evening we will be giving away one of our Fanzone hoodies, which Chris has very kindly chosen to model for us. So if you would like to get your hands on said hoodie, what can you do? Well, on your screens, there should be a little icon in the bottom corner of your screens, which has a little $sign, I believe. And basically the rules are, if you make a donation, you will be added to a spin the wheel, which will be drawn.
Oh, look at that! quick on the draw, Laura.
Laura knows what she's doing. Laura's done the business. There's a little button, and if you press it, you get a nice fancy little message like that. And so anyone who donates will be added into a wheel entry, so to speak. And whoever is chosen will do the draw live, and whoever is chosen will win a hoodie of your choice in a colour of your choice.
Oh my
Hannah,
God.
thank you very much. And another absolute trooper. So, legends, the lot of you.
Oh!
Thank you very much. I mean, we can sit here and do this all night if you'd like. We don't have to do a show. But thank you very much. Those three, you'll have to bear with me because I'm adding them to the wheel. So I'll hand over to you, Chris, for your post-match reactions. But if you want to join the draw, follow suit from those three absolute troopers and get your name in the hat.
Yeah, absolutely. Leslie has asked me to do a catwalk. Unfortunately, Leslie, I cannot do a catwalk because I've got no pants on. So we're trying to incentivize people to do it and not to turn off. So,
Jordan, legend, I'll put your name in the hat.
Mate, go on. Should we do we have to ruin it by talking about a Gower 0-0 snooze fest that we had to watch yesterday. No, I think it's it needs to be mentioned. It's so easy, and I hear it so many times to talk about it in the context of being that if Ian Evatt was in charge, we'd have lost that game. I think that line's getting a bit old now. We're in a new era. It's true. It's true. We probably would have lost that yesterday because we came under, I wouldn't call it an onslaught, but one thing about Wrexham, and we knew that it was coming, that they don't mess about. They get the ball in the box. And in weeks gone by, pre-Schumacher, we did struggle to stop crosses. Playing with wing-backs just wasn't happening in a defensive sense. So, yeah, I thought it was... I mean, if somebody said to me before yesterday, would you take a point? And I said, yeah. I wanted us to go out there. Bloody hell. Go on, Craig. I wanted us to go out there and
just before you carry on, that says $9.99, which I'm assuming means Craig is in
America,
the United States. Now, Craig, I must admit, I didn't realize the Fanzone Pod audience went that far, and so we didn't really account for shipping costs to the United States. However, if you do win, we will do our damnedest to get you a hoodie. We haven't thought about that. Don't know how much it'll cost, but if you do win, you will get a hoodie.
Cole didn't think of that, so he's going to have to. He's going to have to pay for postage and packaging.
There you are, Cole.
Top man, nice one, Craig. Thank you. Let's kick Florida.
Look at that. I mean,
yeah, I think Ash has just mentioned miss one. The ref missed one, if not two, clear pens for us. I think there was certainly one, which was the Josh Sheehan assault straight after he took a free kick. I can't believe that. I can't believe nobody was claiming for it. It just went by, and it's like nobody noticed it. But as David Jones has just said, it was 100% a penalty. He's gone straight through him. He's not made any contact with the ball at all. Yeah, and I agree with Hannah in what she says there. Hannah says that we gave them too much respect. I thought we did a little bit. I thought we could have gone at them and gone after them a bit more. However, win your own games, draw your away games, especially against teams around you, is a recipe for a playoff push in my book. So, yeah, good point. We need to back it up on Tuesday with another tough one, but we're at home. Fear nobody. I know it's Birmingham, but Mark mentioned that yesterday the ref was shocking. I didn't think he was that bad. That obviously the penalty incident was, really poor. I'm not sure how justified it was in disallowing our goal as well. Sheehan offside, maybe. I don't know, but there seems to be players around him as well. So, debatable. But I don't think the referee was as bad as the pitch. It was an absolute...
An awful lot of money that Wrexham have pumped in and spent. Pitch wasn't too cracking, was it?
It was awful. And they carried on water in it as well for some reason, whether that was... intentional, whether that was a deterrent against us, I don't know. But both teams have play on it. So, and as David said, a draw was a fair result in the end. But could have snatched it with that Collins chance, but we didn't really pile it on. So yeah, fair result. Play poorly, get a point. I'll take that, and I think it should have been the same when we lost at Reading. Very, very similar kind of game in terms of how it panned out. Oh, we got that one, man.
Lee, you're on the wheel. Thank you very much.
You're on wheel. So, yeah. So, in summary, a decent point, a point that might be important come the end of the season. But I thought we could have played better and done more. I thought we could have, well, certainly we'd have played as we can. We would have got 3 points, but there you go. It's one of those.
Yeah, I mean, neither team really did enough to blow one or the other away. 14 shots for us, 15 for Wrexham, both with one on target. Wrexham, I think, missed significantly bigger and probably better chances. That Collins one was a great save. Wrexham's, I mean, you've got to be putting them away. Fortunately for us, they didn't. But yeah, like I said, I don't think either team really did enough to blow one or the other away. So I think a draw, all in all, was a fair result. But plenty of positives to take from that. And I don't think we've come away from many games where we've perhaps flattered to deceive. I don't think we were excellent, but we've come away from that with positives to take and a point, which I think, you look at other games and we've come away from those sorts of games very frustrated.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, we were well organised. We were well drilled. And I think as well, a clean sheet's important. Getting into the habit of keeping clean sheets at this point is important. I think you need to, if you could help David here. David has asked, Ben, can you please explain how to do a payment, please?
I can try and show you. When you go to put in a message, so on screen here, if you can see in the bottom corner here, there should be a little button with like a $, and then you can either send a super sticker or a super chat. If you send a super chat, it will highlight your message for a certain amount of time, and simply there's some amounts you can choose from between $1.99 all the way up to £499. Now, if anyone donates that, you'll win a lifetime supply of Fanzone hoodies.
Whoa, easy, steady on.
I mean, yeah, if anyone has got the funds to donate £500, then they're probably not watching the Fanzone podcast. Yeah. They're probably making smarter decisions on this Sunday evening. But that's how you do it, David. I hope that helps. If you have any issues, just let us know. But
that's a good point, by the way. Ed has just said my observation. We're finally looking like a team hard to beat. Yeah, I agree with that. It's they're looking like a resolute unit.
Yeah,
which seemed a million miles away a few weeks ago.
Absolutely.
Oh, hang on.
New York City.
Good afternoon from the Big Apple, New York City. Oh,
if you could all let's play a game. Put in the chat where you're watching from.
Amazing.
Let's see who's furthest away.
Which is Florida's furthest away so far, isn't it? Because that's West Coast, isn't it?
To the side.
Yeah.
West Bolton. I mean, close, a couple of miles in it. I think we might have to Google that one.
Johnny Falls,
Shropshire. That's quite far away. Cornwall, pretty far away.
Sunny Farmwood,
mental, isn't it?
Little Alton,
Moses Gate.
Whee.
Someone up in Scotland. Horwich.
Oh yeah, Lee is in Argyll.
Southport.
Colin is in Southport.
Didn't realise he had circuses in Southport. There is actually a circus on in Southport. Big Kid Circus.
There you go.
Would recommend.
Oh, £5 going in, Barbara.
Right. Member for 5 months as well, David. What a trooper.
What horror.
Horror.
Unbelievable. Hang on a minute. Yarm? Oh, that's up near. Isn't that up near Hartlepool in the northeast? If I'm not mistaken.
No idea. No,
Florida
and New York. That's quite impressive. Have we got anyone else watching from somewhere exotic? Speaking of exotic, not talking about young Ben. I'm talking about Thailand, which is where young Ben is. Yeah, I think he's back at the end of April. I don't think any of us are quite sure.
It's a bit of a myth, isn't it, when he's back?
Yeah, it's remains to be confirmed. I'm sure it's the end of April, but he's enjoying himself over in... I don't think he's there anymore. I think he's in Vietnam, actually. He was in Thailand. Brandon, stop it, right? someone else, I'm sure someone said it before, and he mentioned that someone's put mullet ? I'm sure. Oh, yeah, you are. David Jones was the first to
recognize. It is an official full-on mullet.
We'll not have any hair slander. I've had enough of that this last couple of weeks. Thank you. We should probably get on with some actual podcast stuff, though, shouldn't we?
Yeah, might as well. Billy Ray Timberlake, brilliant. Achy breaky heart. Get in. Should we do Man at Match?
Probably.
Yeah, go on then. Wow. I think it's one thing you didn't mention, Ben, is that obviously when we've covered the cost of a hoodie, that the remaining money will go into the donations for the tough sleep, the sleep out. So the more the merrier. It's just going crazy in terms of donations.
It is. There's a lot of you. There's a lot of you entering the draw.
Wow.
I almost feel bad that we're not going to have enough hoodies for all of you.
Yeah. Is it going to be enough room on the wheel?
This wheel's getting pretty small. Some of these names are getting a bit hard to read.
Anyway, man of the match. I think that the chat are calling it early doors here. David, Jones, Will Forrester, Kelly, Will Forrester, Ash, Will Forrester, Hannah, Will Forrester, Matty P, Will Forrester, Pete, Will Forrester, Craig, Will Forrester. I don't think I've ever seen one like this. Brandon, Forrester, clear, but shout out to Morley and Mendes Gomez. Absolutely. I thought Mendes Gomez looked like a man possessed when he came on. Some of his footwork and his runs were exceptional.
They were indeed. They were indeed.
Let's have a look. Matthew Rushton, got to be Forrester. Oh, hang on. Oh, no. Jordan, he knows the drill. Gethy Morley. If you know, you know. Mark Crowther, controversial. Aaron Morley. I've loved seeing his redemption arc. It's been phenomenal since he's he made his own comments about his life under Ian Evatt in a recent interview with Jack Dearden, didn't he? So
Certainly seems less than impressed, put it that way.
Yeah. David has gone for Will Forrester. Fort Master BWSC, Will Forrester. I go for Will Forrester. Ben?
Probably going to be Will Forrester.
Be rude not to, wasn't it? I think he was excellent yesterday. He fearless, absolutely fearless. He will quite literally head anything.
I'm sure you could shoot him and you'd just edit.
Yeah. I think the highlight was his block in the first half. Him and Morley were covering the shot, but it was Forrester who got his block in. He was just immense, and it's great to see him have this run of games and just basically excelling in that role.
He's looked phenomenal since Huddersfield, really, hasn't he? He's been exceptional. You can't fault him. He's worked bringing the ball out. He's been great. Defensive, perfect, almost.
Yeah. Does Ash has asked, does Santos get back into this team? He's going to have to fight. we've seen it with Thomason, obviously being suspended, and since he's been back, he's had to play off the bench. Yeah, it's a tough one. He'll do it on merit, and that's the only way it's going to happen. So, yeah, it's great to have these decisions to make now, and that's all you can ask for, really, to have that depth. But he will, as Leslie said, he will struggle to get back in. They've got to be fighting for it. I mean, that bench yesterday was phenomenal in terms of options we had to come off that bench. Absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, there you go. I think it's pretty clear that our man of the match, as sponsored by iHeat, is William Forrester. Congratulations.
For I think maybe the third time since that Huddersfield game.
I think it is the third, isn't it? He had 2 on the bounce, didn't he?
He did indeed.
So yeah.
I actually noticed the other day his missus shared I think it was the second one we gave him. She reshared it on Twitter.
Oh, bless her.
Indeed.
Thank you very much for that. Yeah, there you go. David has rightly spotted
Oof.
that iHeat are sponsors of the Fanzone pod and the new official podcast of Bolton Wanderers Football Club, Wanderers Way. So
I did wonder how long it'd be before someone mentioned it.
Yeah. No, it's great.
It's really got to be a certain caliber of podcast to attract iHeat as a sponsor.
Well, that's it, isn't it? Yeah. Obviously, class knows class. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. It's
Ash, thoughts on Wanderers Way? Reckon you can do a collaboration? Well, we'll have to see what the future holds. I mean, the club have been doing some great work recently with, obviously, John. The pitch side interviews have been good. The walk-arounds afterwards as well. So who knows? The club have probably got a lot of plans for the media and all sorts of stuff, but we'll see.
They've got their own studio, for God's sake. I mean, look at us.
What are you talking about? Do you not like my studio?
Yeah.
For those of you wondering, I was meant to mention this at the start of the podcast. I'm not in my own setup, which is explains the unusual decorations in and around. Funny, I'm going to tell the story. Before the podcast started, about 30 seconds before, really set the tone for the evening, I asked Chris Dawson, I said, what religion is Buddha?
And,
I actually asked that. Those words actually came out my mouth.
It's a bonus point if you can guess.
Get free entry for a hoodie if you
Jesus Christ.
Get the answer right. Unbelievable. You just say something and you think, what on earth? Can't beat Fanzone podcast though. That is why this type of content.
Yeah,
Matthew Rushton, ding ding ding. Buddhism,
well done, Matthew.
It is indeed.
Yeah. Jesus, frightening, isn't it? But no, I mean, two very, very different podcasts. And obviously, go on, Cole. Is that her, Cole?
It is. You can't have an entry. You're not going on.
You can't enter. You've already got another anyway.
I don't know, yeah. Maybe he's just showing everyone how it's done.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Go on, Cole.
Colin, I'd rather you just sent me a $5 because then YouTube don't take anything off us.
How much are we up to now?
I ain't got a clue. A lot.
A lot. Right. So there you go. That was Man of the Match, sponsored by iHeat. Thank you very much.
Indeed it was. And we'll bring to you now, Get Stat On.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Get Stat On with the Statman. Of course, this segment of the Fanzone podcast is sponsored by Jen Louise Salmon. Apologies, my voice was going. But no, obviously a big help to the channel. And you know the line, if you're buying a gaff, you're a bell. Well anyway, we'll move on to the footy, shall we? Big game. Very big game. Birmingham, midweek, after you've just played Wrexham as well. I mean, it's not been an easy couple of games, has it? But what are Birmingham like, Statman? Well, I'm sure you already know that anyway, but that is literally my old job. So, Chris Davies is the manager, and he likes to set them up in a 4-2-3-1 system. Most of the goals come from their striker, Alfie May, because, I mean, he is pretty good, isn't he? And they have got a couple other goal scorers, but they all tend to come from the man who's playing up front. However, the assists come from everywhere, especially right back, who the main right back is Ethan Laird, and he was a good prospect in the Premier League for Man United, but he has since moved to Birmingham and he has become absolutely unbelievable. I think he's way too good for League One, and he'll definitely be in the Championship next season. However, before I just do the big however, I should have said this is how he plays. You can see the heat map. You can see how high up the pitch he plays. He holds the width on the right side. Now, however, went a bit early, my bad. But he is actually injured for this game. He went off in the Wycombe game with a hamstring injury, so it is very unlikely that he'll be playing. And he was replaced by, I'm going to butcher this name, Christian Bielik. I believe he used to play for Derby, and he's actually more of a holding midfielder than a right back. So I don't know whether he's going to play right back against you. That'll be interesting if he does. But yeah, either way, he's not a natural right back. And whoever they play, it's not their main guy. And it gets better. Their main goalkeeper, Ryan Alsop, that's a bit of an easier name to say, he's also injured. He went up for a cross, went to claim it, and he rolled his ankle on the way down when he landed. And he is also likely to miss the game. And that is a big miss, because he's kept 15 clean sheets this season and 25 appearances. So he's only conceded a goal in 10 games, which is a little bit mental. But yeah, it'll be Peacock Farrell who comes in for him. And he's not actually played a league game since Birmingham got beat 3-2 by Peterborough in September. But he has played some cup football. But obviously, cup football and league football are two very different things. We'll move on from the injury now. I'm not the injury man, I am the stat man. So, how do Birmingham actually play? I hear you say in the chat. They like the ball. They really like the ball. 66% is their average possession this season, which I'm sure will not surprise you. It is the most in the league by a country mile. They also like to cross the ball and play it long when it's on, but they will just outpass you as well. So they've got a bit of everything in attack, which is a sign of a good team, that they can score in many different ways. But yeah, they are pretty good. Defensively, they press very high, very, very high. They are second in the league for possession won in the final third, and they've won the ball a lot in the midfield as well. So it's not going to be an easy game, is it? But, and again, I can hear you shouting at me. Oh, how do we beat them, Statman? Well, here you are. I don't know, to be quite honest. But no, we're going to have a look anyway. So, I think the main things, just before we get into the other screenshots, is test the bleeming keeper, because he's not the main guy, is he? And you've got to test that right back as well, because he's not the main guy either. But let's have a look at the screenshots. So these are from them when they played Rotherham, which was quite a while ago. No, the 1st of February. But they've not really conceded many goals. And we're not even going to look at them conceding a goal, because as I was having a look, I saw this, right? So, this is just after a Birmingham attack, and Rotherham are going to look to counter. Obviously, because why wouldn't you? So, you know, nothing special about that there. We'll go on to the next one here. Great ball, I'll be fair, is played out to the left wing. And this bloke is in a 3 versus 3. Probably a 3 versus 2 if the guy in the middle doesn't catch up. And he keeps going down the line, and he ends up in this situation here. He puts a cracking cross in to the back post. And the guy's got a free header. He's got as much time as he wants. And he completely battles it. But that is the patterns of play that will win you this game. Because it's not, I highly doubt it's going to be on the floor. Schumacher's not been in long enough to assert his football that well. And Birmingham are too good for this league, let's be fair. So if you are going to score and you're going to win, it's going to be on the counter. So my advice would be, if you're playing the back 5, you push one wing back up and the other one just stays deep, because there's no point committing them both, because you'll just concede coming the other way. If you're playing the back four, which would be quite ballsy, but I would like to see it, I'll be fair, you're at home, I'd swap OC22 and Sean, so you can put those early crosses in to the back post. But anyway, I am just a humble stat man, and I haven't got a clue how you're going to win this game, to be completely honest, not to disappoint you or anything. So I'll let you get back to the fun side of the podcast. Forget about me. Yeah, enjoy the rest of it, and I'm sure I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.
Bosh, there is your preview from Statman, and of course that segment is sponsored by Jen and Louise Salmon. I won't repeat the line, all rights reserved to the Statman. But yeah,
sacred like Buddha. Do you want to pick up on this, Ben, from
yes, Laura? So your donations from last episode, for those of you who did donate, you've already been added to the wheel. And if you've donated again tonight, you'll get a second entry. So for those of you who are avid viewers of the Fanzone podcast and participated in the last show where we announced what we were doing, kudos to you. If you've donated again, you'll get another entry.
And if you are reading the comments, you will see that we said, if we can raise another 30 quid this evening, we will not give away one. We will give away two.
So you buy one,
hoodies.
Get another one, not free.
So yes, another £30 in the pot will add another hoodie to the wheel. Bash.
We will indeed. We will indeed.
Right, where are we up to now?
I think it's about time for Fanzone Fan Focus. And before we get stuck into that segment, Fanzone Fan Focus is, of course, sponsored by Wood Grounds. And if you have ever seen any of the stuff that Wood Grounds do,
yeah.
First of all, why have you not bought one already? Second of all, feast your eyes upon this once he can get it off his wall.
Yeah. If you've not seen them, these things are stunning. They look amazing. You can have a choice of white frames or black frames. I went for the white. Oh, hey up.
Hey up.
Hey up.
We're on it here. Hannah and Laura are competing for one of these hoodies, I tell you.
So if you use, as Ben says, if you use code FANZONE10 on the Wood and Grounds website, that'll get you 10% off one of these beauties. As you can see, I've got 4 of them. There's a Burndon Park. There's an original Reebok. And there is a overhead map of the Tough Sheet Stadium, which looks amazing. David's got one. And Davy Jones, I think he's interested in one. He's saying that it's mint, that, Chris. You're not wrong, mate. It's so well made. The detail, if you look on the back as well, all embossed on the back, absolutely phenomenal. So, yeah.
If you want your wood to look like Chris's, then if you head over to Wood Grounds and use the code FANZONE10, so that's FANZONE10, you will get yourself a 10% discount. That's the perks of being our sponsor. Fanzone10 over at Wood Ground, Leslie. So if you want to get your hands on it, Wood Grounds, go and get yourself one. And 10% off, because who doesn't want that? And Collins reminded us that the 2 donations that he sent in before are for his parents, not for Colin. So Malk and Anne, you can, of course, have an entry and your names have been added on the wheels. We wouldn't leave you off unless you were Colin, and then we'd definitely leave you off. But we'll...
Fan Focus, yeah. Obviously, the...
Whoa. Should we play the mid-roll?
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
What a show.
It's absolutely gone to pot tonight, hasn't it?
You won't get this on Wanderers Way, folks.
Yeah, exactly. This is what live podcasting is all about. Bit thin on the ground this evening in terms of your talking points, which, to be fair, tends to be the case when we are doing well. So, bit of a special one tonight, and I'll explain in a minute, but we'll go to Baz's comment. How do you rate our running compared to the other teams around us, especially with how they're going as well? I mean, you could quite literally dedicate an entire 1 hour podcast to this. When you consider that there are, I mean, obviously there's 2 automatic spots, and then obviously the next 4, it's just so tight at the minute. When you consider we're on 54 points, and Barnsley down in 10th are only 2 points behind us on 52. And is Wycombe's second place guaranteed? I don't think so. Wrexham are only 2 points behind them. It's so tight. As Laura's just mentioned, this is important. We need to get our goal difference up. Yeah, absolutely. It's essentially worth an extra point. And if you look at the teams that basically sit above and below us, which are Charlton and Leyton Orient, our goal difference is +3. Charlton's is 14, and Orient's is 16. Yeah, we need to seriously, well, keep these clean sheets going, or well, about one. But yeah, keeping clean sheets is going to help. But yeah, we do need to get that moving north very, very quickly. Yeah. As Leslie says, only Birmingham are guaranteed promotion. I mean, they're absolutely miles ahead. They've got.
We were laughing before we came on, weren't we? We said, there's 39 points to play for. Said, well, we'll win the league then. And looked at the league table, and they're 22 points ahead of us, which is mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-boggling. And
we can all make comments about making decisions sooner about managerial changes and what have you, but it's a little bit after the Lord Mayor's show now, unfortunately. So we just need to crack on and keep doing what we're doing. But I think one thing's for sure, that if we do get into the playoffs, we've got the right man to guide us through the lottery of the playoff. And we're certainly now starting to look more than capable when we play in teams around us. So that is a big, big positive. It's all about momentum now for me.
And the last time Birmingham lost the league game was the 23rd of November in a very bizarre game against Shrewsbury. It's now March.
That's ridiculous.
They've lost 2 all season.
Outrageous. Yeah. As Leslie says, that's what having plenty of money does for you. Yeah, it's just phenomenal. They should be winning the league, but still, you still got to go out there and do it.
You have. There's been plenty of teams that have invested. I mean, not quite to that extreme, but invested plenty of money and seeing themselves not quite at that level.
Colin is confident for Tuesday. Make it 3 defeats as of Tuesday.
Colin, mate, you've said 5-0 on last 5 previews, to be fair, though.
Yeah. It's we've actually got a blue nose in the chat this evening. John, good evening.
That is absolutely mental.
What? Seriously? So John has posted, we, Birmingham City, have only conceded 4 goals since that loss against Shrewsbury that Ben mentioned in November.
Jesus.
4 goals.
4 goals.
That's outrageous. So you talk about the potency up top with Jay Stansfield, Alfie May, and the like. But clearly, defensively, solid. But
4 goals in the league, yeah.
But I tell you what, at the minute, I fancy our chances against anyone. There's just nothing to fear now. It's it's there to play for. So let's do that. And while we thank you for joining us, John. We are a Bolton podcast, and we're coming for you, mate. We're coming for you. So let's see you on Tuesday. But it'll be a good game, I'm sure. And as Laura quite rightly mentioned, look at Huddersfield. They haven't lost in 16 until we rocked up at the John Smiths and turned them over. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But with the upbeat nature of what's going on and the lack of comments in the fan focus, I wanted to dedicate this evening segment to someone who is, I don't think it's unfair to refer to him as a legend of the club, which is Dave Higson. Yesterday, 20 years since he passed, which is just like mind-blowing. For those who don't know, Dave was just an icon. You think we talk about podcasts now, and we talk about the exposure that the club gets on social media, all the access that we've got to player interviews, analysis, It's Dave was the commentator on the games that you used to have to buy on video back in the day. They were made by a company called Roadrunner. And they were amazing in their they were so badly done, but so brilliant. And it was just really, I think, very much in keeping with what we were about. We were still at Birmingham Park. A lot of what we did was done on a shoestring. They were brilliant times. And as I think somebody mentioned, the white hot years. For those who don't know, they were the FA Cup winning years. So when we beat Arsenal, Everton, Liverpool, they were phenomenal times. They were proper giant killing ventures that we went on. And there were some great times, and Dave was very much central to that. So obviously Dave was famous for his catchphrase "Ding Dong Do," and many, many others. It was always, as an away fan, we always wanted to get on Dave's coach. He would walk down. I think Malk is a 6XL, could be wrong. Anne thinks he's an 8XL. But Dave used to sell scratch cards on the coach, and he would walk down the aisle of the coach shouting "anyone for a rub off," which never got tired, never got boring. And so I just wanted to really commemorate the Dave Higson years. He's an absolute legend. If you've not seen any of the videos, you can get them on YouTube now. And they're absolutely hilarious. So Dave, obviously, who is now remembered in the Fanzone, one of the bars is named after him, and rightly so. He is and was an absolute legend, and you would never meet a bigger Bolton Wanderers fan than Dave. So, Dave, God bless you, mate. Thanks for everything, and may you rest in peace, sir. So, as Leslie said, he made some right bloopers. I remember, ironically enough, the last time that we played at Wrexham before yesterday, and obviously we played them in the Papa John's or whatever, in the league, was back in 1988 when we were promoted from the 4th Division, which is now League 2. And Dave's bloopers on that video are unbelievable. So if you can find it, YouTube it, they're on there. They're hilarious. So, yeah, we doff our caps to you, Dave. God bless you, mate. And we are on that. We are £15 away from 2 hoodies with little more than 15 minutes to go of the pod. Obviously, Ben's on tonight, so it'll be bang on the hour.
It will be. It will be. It will be. Not a second over, but £15 to go until we can give away 2 hoodies. As it stands, we'll just give away 1. So 1 lucky winner will get their hands on some Fanzone merchandise. Can you move your camera down a little? Not too far. We don't want to see any more wood grounds, but can we have a look at your hoodie, Chris?
Would you like to see it?
Whoa, steady on.
Oh, sorry, my desk is there. There you go.
Don't spin your chair around.
There is a motif on the back.
Oh,
Can you see it?
I can see something. Look like George Thomason.
Oh, is that? Got
it? We've got it, mate. We've got it.
I can't tell, can I? Because I'm facing the other way, aren't I?
If anyone there has got a screen grab of Chris's backside, please send it.
You didn't, did you?
On Twitter.
You didn't, did you?
I don't think so. It depends how fast people were.
Bloody hell. Oh.
Mark Crowther. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, dong,
ding.
There you are. £9.99. £5 to go.
Come on. Who's going to do it? Who's going to tip us over?
Speaking of tipping over,
what is this podcast all about, by the way?
Go on, Mark. Absolutely. Where's yours, Ben? Unfortunately, I left mine at home, and because I'm not at my house, it stayed there. So I'm over in St. Helens.
I think as well, Ben, we need to mention obviously the fact that in the absence of Colin, there is no catch of the week this evening.
There's not.
But shout out to the sponsors, please.
FB Away Days. Find them on socials. And of course, if you want to find out any more about any of our sponsors and the wonderful stuff they do, then it's www.fanzonepod.co.uk. Go and have a look on the website.
I'm going to watch it back now, I know. Jesus Christ.
Oh, what a show. What a show. I love the show. It makes my Sunday.
Corey. So, in the absence of, we don't see him anymore, Hugh, do we? The Wigan fan.
We don't know. Hugh's he's gone AWOL. Oh, Hannah.
There we go. We've done it.
Ding ding ding.
Are we at 2p short?
We're about 2p short, but we won't press you all for 2p.
Right. I think we can. But this is an interesting point. So those who watched the Wigan preview earlier this season, Corey, good evening, mate. Absolutely top geezer. Could happen. So obviously today, Sean Maloney was relieved of his duties down the road, and there are rumours of Ryan Lowe to Wigan. So imagine that, the spice that would get in terms of the Wigan game on the 1st. That'd be interesting. So yeah, plenty to play for already. But saying that, you're miles off it this season, Corey, aren't you? So never mind. But I'm sure you'll play your little hearts out like you always do against us, eh?
Yeah, unfortunately, it always seems to be the case. But there you are. £15 has been donated to the pot. So
I'm not going to put this comment up because it's got an expletive in it. But David Jones says, "Who gives a
beep?"
Yeah. It's another game, isn't it? But as Hannah says, it'd be even spicier if Everett gets the job. That'd be interesting. But can't see it somehow.
No, me neither. But let's spin the wheel, shall we? We'll give you all a few more seconds. What we'll do is we'll spin the wheel at 52. So if anyone wants to get their donations in,
you've got 2 minutes.
2 minutes to do so.
Yeah, Corey, you can. Why don't you chuck some money in, mate?
I'm sure Corey would love nothing more than a Bolton Wanderers podcast hoodie. So Corey, stick your hand in your pocket. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't be shy.
What's he saying here? Yeah, he said he's not sure whether the Ryan Lowe thing will happen. Danson seems tight as cramp, but supposedly he was at the ground last night. Yeah, it's a weird one, that. But best of luck finding a new manager.
Yeah, I must admit, when I heard, it did surprise me. But who knows? Who knows who'll get that job? Good luck to them.
Yeah, Laura's asked, where is Hugh? We don't know, and we don't care. No, he's all right. He's Hugh, but he's not been on for a while. I don't think.
No, he went through a spurt of terrorising some of our fans and then disappeared for a little bit, and we've not seen him back.
I think a lot of it was down to Everett, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, Hugh, the Penguin.
Mm.
Yeah, they were only there for the Everett banter. So, right, we're on the countdown now. We've got 50 seconds. So, if you want to be on the wheel, now's the time. Click that button. And then we're going to test out this wheel. We do have to pre-warn you that it does kick out free adverts on the wheel app.
Yeah, the adverts we have no control over. So if any profanities are shown, such as Chris's backside, then we will have to get.
Are the adverts based on your browsing history, Ben?
Not sure. I don't think so, because the one that came up before was NatWest, and I don't bank with NatWest. Never have done. So. I hope. Mother Bear. That's me, mother. I'll put your name on wheel. There we go. Final one.
Go on, Denise.
And whilst we're here, Denise has also donated to our sleep out cause.
That reminds me, we're going to overrun here, but Jordan asks where we're up to.
Do you want me to?
I've got it up.
Sorry,
not said that for a while. We are at 44% to our target already.
Which, for those of you who don't know what our target is, equates to
a bag of sand. Our target is £1,000, and we are at £440, and that's been raised by 26 donors so far. Donors.
26 what?
Donors. It refers to. Yeah, lovely people, not donors. Lovely people. But if you've been sleeping under a rock for a bit, we'll be sleeping out at the ground on the 21st of March, raising money for Bolton Wanderers in the community and urban outreach. So that is basically shining a light on homeless causes within the Bolton area. So,
and as Laura rightly says, we have got a team of fundraisers working with us this time. So it's not just the Fanzone sleep out team. Well, it is the Fanzone sleep out team, but that team does not just consist of those on the Fanzone podcast. It now consists of a whole plethora of people who are supporting us in more ways than just doing the sleep out, which we will touch on after we've given away these hoodies.
Wait till you hear this.
Wait until you hear this, indeed. But
I don't know how that was. Lovely little mover.
I think Ange did something like that, similar once.
No, I won't do it because yeah, it was like milking a cow, wasn't it?
It was something similar to that. So there is a plethora of people supporting us, not only doing the sleep out, but like I said, supporting us in other ways, which we'll touch on shortly. So Laura will be joining us. Jordan Hookway is also one of the supporters. We will also be joined by Lou, who has fundraised a tremendous amount.
Absolutely.
Contribution has been exceptional. Those doing it from the podcast, it is myself, Chris, Dan Sumner, and Ange. And they'll be joining us as well. So yeah, we've got quite the team going, and Cole will be doing his sleep out from home. He was forced into retirement after the last one.
I think we need to mention this because obviously Laura has quite rightly said that Alex Murphy was meant to be doing it For
Yes.
those who follow Alex, you'll know that he went 13-0 in his last fight. Go on, son. And he's been rewarded with a fight on the undercard of Dillian White and Joe Joyce at Co-op Live at the beginning of April. So this is massive for Alex. So obviously he's going to be in camp. And unfortunately, that means he will not be able to join us on the evening. If he's training for a huge fight like that, he can't
Sleeping
be
rough's probably not
kipping out in a football ground getting a. Oh, the internet seems to go then.
It did.
Yeah. So whilst it's bittersweet, he can't be with us. It's brilliant news for Alex and his career, and we want to get right behind him. As David said, Alex is undefeated. He's 13-0. Oh, go on, Luke.
Go on then.
Get him out. Get him out wheel. Right, that's it now. That's cut off for your entries. Anything else donated will not.
Entries will not count, but you may still be charged. You will still be charged. There is no may about it. You will.
Check with the bill payer.
Yeah, you must have your bill payer's permission. Right, let's get this wheel on screen.
You wheel on.
I hope. Just before we do.
Seriously, I haven't shown my bottom on the podcast, have I?
I think there might have been a little bit. I don't think it was a lot, but there might have been. Yeah, do not enter if you're watching on demand. If you're listening on Spotify, Laura, just crack on with it. Sorry, we'll get a move on. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Share screen. There we are then.
Hang on. You're gonna have to make it bigger.
I'm gonna have to get rid of that overlay.
Go on.
There we are.
There we go.
Sorry to keep you all waiting. We will crack on with it, Laura. We are still here. But
look at that.
There you are. There is the list of names. I believe you're all in there. There are some with extra donations. As far as I know, you are all in there. I am sure I have not missed anyone. But if you have donated and you don't see your name in there, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Come on. Interact.
Fingers crossed. Indeed, David Jones. We've got our fingers crossed for all of you lovely people who have donated. But we will be giving away 2 hoodies. There is a range of colours to choose from, and we will be in touch with the winner to arrange sizes and colours and postage. But there is an array of colours to choose from. We will have one that you like, I am sure. You may have seen some of the podcasters wearing them. We've got Collins is green, yours is grey.
What about Lee Hardman? Is Lee on the list?
Let me look through this. He is there. So on this left-hand side, just above David Green in red, Lee Hardman. So you're between an orange and a blue. There you are. You're on there.
Orange? It's yellow, though.
It is yellow. Might be. Right. 23 entries. 2 winners. Let's have a look. The one result before is when we tested it, just FYI. But without further ado, let's spin that wheel. Your first winner of a Fanzone hoodie is Pete Limbrick.
Well done, Pete.
Well in. Warra. There you are, Pete. You've won yourself a Fanzone hoodie. And we are going to remove you for the next one. You can't be having 2. That wouldn't be very fair.
No, it wouldn't.
But Pete Limbrick, very, very well done to you. Drop us a DM on Twitter. So we've got your account and we'll be in touch. But second winner.
Give it a big spin. Look at that.
It'll be. Oh, who's that? Chris Jenks.
Well done.
Is that the guy in America?
Oh, crap. No, it's not.
It's not, is it?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Right, belting. What was the guy in America called?
Craig.
Oh, nearly. There you are, Chris
Well done,
Jenks.
Chris.
It wasn't. It was Craig Brooks is the guy from America.
So Pete, Chris, well done, guys. But thank you everybody who took part. It's phenomenal. Absolutely, the response has been incredible. So thank you all. And to the two guys who won, hope you both enjoy your hoodies.
Indeed. Hope you enjoy. Thank you all for those who donated. You've been magnificent. And our announcement following our tempting giveaway of hoodies. The surplus will go to our sleep out cause.
Ben, sorry. How much have we got left? Well, no, we'll let you know how much there is remaining from the pot, which will go into the sleep out. So we'll calculate it all, and we'll put a post out there.
We will
to make it official.
We will indeed. And all of these winners will be entered in. All of those who didn't win a hoodie, and whose surplus will be donated to the fundraising pot. You will be in with a chance of winning some more prizes. Let me tell you, we have got an unbelievable range of prizes available that we will be giving away as part of our Sleep Out fundraising campaign. Yeah, I mean, where to start? I said before that we've got some support from other people that may not necessarily be in the format of cash donations or people joining us on the night. We have got some prizes. Chrissy's
I don't wear socks, Mark.
Whoa.
I need another blast then.
Careful. We have got some prizes to give away. Chris, do you want to do the honors of telling us what they are?
No.
I was hoping you'd say yes whilst I find the list of prizes.
I knew I'd get you.
Because as unprepared as ever.
Ben, I'll tell you what. Jesus Christ. Right, just bear with me. I'll bring the list up because it's an extensive list.
I've got it.
Have you got it, Ben? Well done. I thought you'd have brought it anyway, considering.
Yeah, here's one I prepared earlier. Right, we have got, starting off with a 12-month subscription to the Bolton News Online. Mark Isles has very kindly said that we can have a 12-month subscription to the Bolton News to give away for one of our lovely donors, as Chris called them. We have also got another Fanzone podcast hoodie. So for those of you who donated and missed out this time, you are still in with a chance. We will sort you out, and you may win, and you are in with another chance of winning another hoodie. We have got our incredible sponsors, Wood Grounds, who Matt, I believe, was in the chat before. I saw him. There you go. Better late than never. Has agreed to donate an incredible Wood Grounds, so you can have one of those. It will be of your choice. What more could you ask for in life?
Unbelievable.
We have also got a gift from White Wall Framers. If you don't know who White Wall are, they do all of the framing for the club, all of your signed merchandise and gifts. Moving swiftly on. For those of you who are watching along on or listening on Spotify and don't have the pleasure of seeing that comment, I'm not even going to read it out.
No, leave that one.
We'll leave that one. White Wall have given us an Alan Thompson framed and signed photograph, so you can get your hands on that as well.
And the photograph is the first goal ever scored at the Reebok.
They are.
It's mint.
Our preview show sponsors have given us a signed picture from White Wall as well. And tonight's Fanzone man of the match, Will Forrester, is on said picture, so you can win yourself a signed Will Forrester picture as well, framed by the incredible White Wall Framers. You can win 2 tickets in the Lion of Vienna suite for a home game. I'm not sure if it's of your choice or whether it's pre-approved. We'll have to confirm that, but you will have 2 tickets in the Lion of Vienna suite. We mentioned before Alex Murphy had to make way and not participate in the sleep out because of his fight. So if you're not doing the sleep out, you can also get your hands on 2 tickets to his fight at the Co-op Live. Wow,
It's if you're a boxing fan, it's an absolute. The card is unreal. So you've got the headline fight of Dillian White and Joe Joyce. So you've got Richard Riakporhe versus Lawrence Okoli, and tons of other fights, including Alex. It's like 25,000-30,000 in there. I think it is at Co-op Live. So it's massive, brilliant evening. 2 tickets.
2 of them. 2 tickets. You and a friend. If you're lucky enough to win a Fanzone hoodie as well, you can take your mates in your nice new merchandise. Finally, no, not finally. We've got a signed John McGinley picture, which we will frame. That one won't be done by Whitewall. We'll have to do it for you. But a super John McGinley framed signed picture. And last, but by no means least, just before we do that, actually, if you know anyone who has a business, or perhaps yourself would like to donate a prize to our cause, then you can do. If not, then you can donate to the Just Giving page, which the link will be in the chat. So you can head over and donate. But if you know anyone who would like to donate some prizes, please send them our way. Last but not least, given to us by Jordan Hookway, who you may have seen in the chat this evening.
Legend.
Put his donations in. Just a little bit of a legend. Just a little bit. He has given us a signed Aaron Collins away shirt.
Ole,
which you
ole.
can get your hands on just by donating to our fundraising cause. So if you haven't, what are you doing? Go and get yourselves over there and get your hands in your pockets, because a signed Aaron Collins away shirt.
It is mint. It really is. I can't believe that we've got our hands on it. So, Jordan, thank you for that. It's massive. But if you can't get your hands in your pockets with those prizes, then you might as well give up.
You might as well just give up.
Just give up.
It's as blunt as that. What an array of prizes we have. Thank you to everyone who's given us those as well. The support for the last sleep out was incredible, and this year you've ramped it up another notch, and you've all been phenomenal. So thank you so much. We can't begin to thank you enough. We couldn't do things like this without you all, and for those of you watching as well, you make things like this possible. Exactly. So yeah, thank you all very, very much. That does round off this evening's episode of the Fanzone podcast. More details will be announced very shortly on those prizes. Keep your eyes peeled. Monday, we will give you all the info you need. But the top and bottom of it is, go and get your hands in your pockets, make a donation to the Just Giving page. And
it's not just giving.
It's not just giving, it's Enthuse. Get your hands in your pockets and donate to the Enthuse fundraising page. And you'll be in with a chance to win one of the or more of those wonderful prizes, which Colin will be doing live on the night from home. We'll be giving them away. So last time we did a live stream, and we'll be doing that again, which brought its own fair share of entertainment on the evening. Because clearly, when we get in front of this camera on this podcast, we like to do silly things.
Like getting your bum out.
Yes. So it's been a cracking episode. Thank you all very much for joining us. You have been wonderful. Bear with us. We will see you in the next one. Birmingham preview. Colin will be back, much to everyone's delight.
Oh, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow night.
Monday night.
And do people know who's representing Birmingham, by the way?
No, who is it, Chris?
None other than EFL pundit legend Gabriel Sutton.
Yeah.
Not many people are aware because he does so much work around the EFL that Gab, should I say, is a Blue Nose Birmingham Harriers team. So it will be myself and Colin and Gab, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow night. So that'll be an absolute belter.
It will indeed. It will indeed. Take care. We will see you in the next one. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. Your contributions tonight have been wonderful, as they always are. Thank you very much. Take care, and we will see you all in the next one. Oh, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Tomorrow night's preview is an earlier than usual one. It will be at 7 p.m. Set your alarms. See you then. Take care. Bye-bye.